isn't it?
Okay, let's go.
What happened on the weekend? How is it Tuesday? Well, good morning. Gonna be a rainy one today. Kind of the coolest day we've had, I gotta say, since May. It's gonna be like 19 degrees.
He's a weatherman.
Well, I mean, we've had the hottest summer I think I can ever remember in my life. So, of course, it makes sense for what would have been one of the first days of school. It would have been today and tomorrow. Now we're still a couple weeks away from that. Roads should be pretty clear today. A lot of people still hanging around at the cottage because, no reason to come back.
They're like,
Why
well,
not?
it's the last long weekend. I better squeeze in my time at the cotty.
That's right. Even though it's going to rain all day. Again, 18 degrees for the high. So let's check in with everybody. TJ, what's on your mind?
I did end up going to a wedding this weekend, and I was talking last week about how I didn't try on my suit since pre-COVID, and it was a skinny fit, and I was worried about it. And guys, good news. I squoze into my suit.
It looked good.
Yeah,
Thank
he looks
you very
so
much.
nice.
Yeah,
He
man, it
looks
was
so
very handsome.
Thank you.
Very pretty pictures. Did you enjoy the wedding?
Yeah, I had a really good time. There was no drama, which I was kind of disappointed about, because that's the best part about going to a wedding is seeing who gets in a fight, but there was no fights.
I think because of COVID, everybody's paying it, they're being extra good.
So you fit into your suit and there's no drama. So nothing wild happened?
No, I think the most wild part was that my pants fit.
There you go.
Okay.
Jax, what about you?
Did you know, gentlemen, that there are rolling hills in Mississauga?
No.
There are. I went golfing with producer Jesse yesterday, and I actually thought I was in Scotland. We went to Benbrae, little par 3, and it literally was like rolling hills. It was absolutely breathtaking.
Things no one has ever said about Mississauga.
No, seriously. Listen, TJ, if you leave your condo, you'll see beautiful things.
I
I'm
grew
telling
up
ya.
around Mississauga.
It's gorgeous.
The Highlands of Mississauga.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Producer Jesse.
I'm going to show you guys a picture, and I'd like your opinion.
Okay.
Over the weekend, Justin Bieber got a neck tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
What do we think?
Oh, it's a rose.
Oh, cool.
It's a rose.
It's not
on the
bad.
neck.
It's kind of pretty,
No,
yeah.
it's
Anybody
fine.
listening, you can see it on our Instagram stories at Virgin Radio Toronto on Instagram.
People give neck and face tattoos too hard of a time. If it's just
Yeah.
not your thing, it's not your thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny when you start to notice tattoos like that growing on you. Like, I used to be very against hand tats, and now I'm all about hand tattoos.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, that was interesting.
So, yeah, I'm glad.
made that about me, didn't I?
Can we run down a full list of what you're for?
All right, pull down the music. Let's go. Feet tattoos.
So, 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock today, it's your next opportunity at $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt on 99.9 Virgin Radio. We're going to give you a keyword at 7 and then again at 8. And by the way, because it's Tuesday, it's Ghosted Day too. 8 o'clock, Virgin Radio.
Virgin Mornings.
With What's Trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Mayor John Tory went swimming in his famous Raptors jacket because why not? He did so before Game 5, jumping in Lake Ontario with his Raptor suit. You know the black jacket had the gold Raptors logo all over it. It's made famous last year when they won the championship. So to give some support to the Raptors and wish them good luck, he said, it's probably my last swim of the year, so taking the jacket for a swim to support a big Game 5 for our Raptors. In doing so, the Raptors ended up losing, getting absolutely pumped last night, so it sounds like it's John's fault. Let's hope he doesn't do it again. Game 6 is tomorrow, and if they lose, the season is over, so please don't wear the jacket in the lake.
Listen, guys, our blood, our sweat, your tears. I Googled basketball sayings,
Yeah.
and that's what came up.
Cool. Thanks for the adding to that. Appreciate that.
Go Raptors.
Let's do better on the second story.
Hey, look at this one. Doug Ford told Brampton to stop the Labor Day parties, and it looks like they may have. He told the people of GTA, especially Brampton, to shut down the parties and also that he wouldn't be afraid to do it himself. He said no to sharing drugs and drinks, saying, you shouldn't be sharing anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if those doobies, joints, or drinks, just don't share. Simple. As of right now, there hasn't been any Brampton stories about partying. So I think they may have listened.
Wow.
But we'll see.
Brampton's been party city this summer.
Yeah.
in
really
the
have.
worst way. So we'll see.
I like the idea of him saying doobies again, though. I like that. Yeah, I like
Doobies or joints? Like, what's the
Doobies or
difference,
dro-
man?
Doobies, bud.
No, Adam, what you need to understand is you can't do either doobies or joints.
Right, true.
Hey, speaking of shaming, travel shaming is the new lovely trend of 2020. So think about that next time you see cheap flights, I guess. There was a story in CNN Travel about a woman named Sarah Archer from the Boston area who said travel shaming gave her a pit in her stomach during recent travels in Europe. So her boyfriend lives in Switzerland, and she got there by going to different countries that are allowing American visitors, and then would, do the quarantine thing. She's been there for a few months, but she said that when she would post photos on her private Instagram that it was just her friends, even those friends would message her a lot, be like, is this really necessary right now?
Yeah, it's real. People are out and about shaming each other.
It brings up an interesting conversation of like, when are people going to be okay with you traveling? Because speaking honestly, when I see people in the airport on my own Instagram, even if they're traveling within Canada, I still get a little uneasy about it.
Right. I think what you have to remember is people travel for their own reasons. They're not your reasons. If you wouldn't travel, then don't travel, and then stay out of other people's business.
Also, you can't catch COVID over Instagram, so you know what I mean? Like,
I just think it's ridiculous. Like, come on, like if people, she's going to see her boyfriend, and if she's safe and they quarantine, then what business is it of yours?
And then they can smooch by the Alps.
Exactly, which is romantic, I hear.
I wouldn't know, but I assume it is, and that is what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Okay, so just over an hour from right now, it's going to be 7 o'clock, and that means a keyword for you to win $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt. Right now, it's Rain on Me.
Is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Every time you get on a dating app, it is a choose your own adventure because you see profiles and you're like, wow, that could be an adventure. And sometimes you swipe right, and sometimes you're like, nah, I'm too lazy for somebody like that. That's just too much.
It's a lot, and sometimes you say, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of adventure.
100%.
And sometimes you date them for a year and they light your clothes on fire.
Yeah, that can happen as well. Now, Tinder is launching its own version of... Do you guys remember Bandersnatch on Netflix where you get to choose the story?
Black Mirror.
It was very dark.
Yeah, we're living in the new season of Black Mirror this year.
That's very true. Well, so basically, Tinder's got the same thing going on. Swipe Night is a first-person, choose-your-own-adventure style event where Tinder users can swipe at key moments to determine the direction of the story within the app. Swiping doesn't just affect how the story ends, it also has a bearing on which users you match with and end up chatting to.
No, it doesn't. I'm saying that right now.
So?
No, it absolutely does not. They'll ask you a couple fun questions, and then you're going to pop up in the same people's feeds.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that they're just running out of ideas. They're like, you know what, we're going to do this, and we're going to say it's going to do this, but it's not going to do this.
Do you want to know about the story? Because there's a storyline here, and this is what you're going to be swiping through.
Here we go. Okay.
The storyline has to do with a group of friends during the last few hours before an asteroid hits Earth.
Oh, dear God.
Whoa.
It's the apocalypse. Tinder users play the main protagonist as the plot unfurls. They face practical decisions, moral quandaries that ultimately decide who they end up matching with.
A moral quandary.
So,
I love a moral quandary.
So basically, the whole idea is you're on Tinder. You're on Tinder. The asteroid's about to hit. How can you get laid?
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is.
It's Julia Michaels' song, but on Tinder.
Yeah.
The world was ending.
True.
Yeah.
So is it going to ask you like questions about your personality but veiled in this disaster scenario? Like, oh no, the asteroid is 200 miles from Earth, but what is your middle name? And then you have to fill it out. And then it's like, oh no, the grocery store lines are super long and everyone's panicking, but what's your favorite color?
What's your love language? Yeah. Dear God.
It's 99.9 Virgin Radio.
I've always been the one to say.
Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
California has a problem with wildfires. But specifically wildfires caused by gender reveal parties, or sex reveal parties, as we like to call them.
Sex reveal parties.
And the issue is that people like to explode things, and then the color pink or blue happens. And the thing is, if you explode things around hot, dry grasses or woods or things like that,
imagine,
catch on fire.
Well, what's the alternative? No pyro?
I think it is.
Not doing the party at all.
What's the point?
The El Dorado fire ignited near El Dorado Ranch Park, just outside of Yucapa, has torched over 7,000 acres of land. 7,000 acres. The fire department revealed Saturday night in a tweet. Cal Fire reminds the public that dry conditions and critical fire weather, it doesn't take much to start a wildfire. And then they said that they found out that stemmed from sex reveal party. Somebody's just having their friends in the park.
Do you remember when I said, I mean, I've said this a couple times, but like 2020 is literally just a nest of doom.
Yeah.
It just keeps, the gift that keeps giving, hey?
It is.
This isn't even like top 10.
No.
This is like a notable thing, maybe in the top 30.
I guess,
I don't know. It's just everything's on fire, literally.
There was a thread on Twitter where they were talking about this. I believe it actually was from like the Cal Fire account, and they were saying like, it's sex reveal parties, please be careful what you do, etc. And people were replying with their own sex reveal parties. They're like, yeah, but look at mine. When I unveiled my daughter, whose name is Maylee, and we had her in September, and it's like, no, this is the problem. Stop.
Stop. Just enough.
It's 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Virgin Mornings with, of course, this happened in Toronto.
Police in Brampton stopped a driver who had a suspended license since 1984.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, the line at Service Canada was just really long. So he's been driving with a suspended license for 36 years, and police did not identify the driver, but they did say he was stopped driving a silver Hyundai on Queen Street in Brampton. It's always Queen Street. On Saturday afternoon. Following a brief investigation, they discovered that the man's license had been suspended since 1984 and was sporting unauthorized plates as well. Which, you know, if you're going to break the law, only break one law, right?
Well, yeah, I guess, but like you have to imagine how much work it is. I mean, does he have insurance? Like, how do you get insurance? Number two, you have to get fake plates.
No, lawless,
like, it's so much work. Just go, like, it's so much easier to just do the right thing and get your license reinstated.
I need to admit something.
What?
Could have been me.
Could have been you.
TJ took me under his wing just last week because I was running on low fumes there. I was running on some expiration stations.
Oh, I've got expired tags right now.
What? Okay, so TJ was like, because I was like, I'm scared of Surface Ontario. And he's like, it takes 2 seconds, Jax. Let's go. And we went, and you know what it took?
Literally took 2
2
minutes.
seconds.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this man's excuse is.
I know.
It took us longer to walk there than it did to actually spend time in there.
I love the story, though.
So the thing is, too, can you buy a car with an expired license or a suspended license?
I think
on the dark web.
You do any of that?
The dark web, yeah.
The dark web.
Here's my theory, is that the car was under somebody else's name, and he was just driving it.
Oh.
And then the car also happened to have expired tags.
Oh, my God. Hey, you guys ever had your license suspended?
No. Have you?
Yeah.
No? Why? What did you do?
So I had a $60 speeding ticket.
Bad girl.
That I got going down Bayview. And I got it in the summertime, and this is years ago. And I had a little sports car. I was going like 20 over. Yeah. The guy knocked it down to 10 over. He's like, just pay the ticket, you'll be fine, whatever. I forgot to pay the ticket. So in December, right around Christmas, I get a piece of mail, and it's like everything's in caps lock from the government, right? So I open up the mail, and it said, you cannot drive. And I'd been driving, like, I hadn't opened the mail in a few days, so it had been expired for several days. And then you have to go to this thing to get it reinstated and pay the ticket.
Oh my God.
So I ended up paying the double the cost of tickets. It was $120. No. Okay. But then you have to, what do you have to do? You have to go to this place, and like, it's the sketchiest, scariest place, almost like they do it on purpose. Yeah. And you're surrounded by people that are kind of like looking at you like, what are you doing here?
Did you get beyond scared straight?
It was...
Some guy yelling at you like, you don't want to drive?
Can I?
I can't remember the last time. It's probably since high school that I walked into a room and was so intimidated trying to get that license back. It was crazy.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I have never been more attracted to you. Like, dangerous boy.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That doesn't mean anything to him, does it?
No, it really doesn't.
I don't need the law.
Okay.
99.9 Virgin Radio.
And this is what's trending right now.
A Rihanna documentary is coming to Amazon Prime in 2021. Woo! I figured that would be your reaction.
I love Rihanna so much.
This has been confirmed by director Peter Berg, who said the Rihanna doc is something I've been working on with her for almost 4 years now. Amazon's going to release it next summer, hopefully around the 4th of July. He says she's super busy and is always working on ideas, so every time they think they're done, she's like, I'm putting out a beauty line, and then they have to keep filming. Also says that she's working on new music. So this documentary apparently is not only going to focus on the business side of Riri, but also the music.
I bet the album syncs up with this.
I bet you're right.
Yeah,
not
you know
gonna
what?
get it.
We've been betting for years, boys. So I'll believe it when
2021.
I see it. I'm a hurt
2021.
person.
And then next summer we'll be like, okay, but next summer for real, though, right, guys? That's what's happening. There was an interesting theory floating around online this weekend. Is Neil from Art Attack Banksy?
Like, no.
Okay, we all remember Art Attack. We all loved Art Attack. Some of us still have nightmares over the episode of Art Attack where he drew a picture of a vampire in salt on the ground and then the vampire chases him. But that's fine, and I'm working through that in therapy. And Banksy is, of course, that street artist, very famous, very anonymous. The rumor got so crazy that Neil, I think it's pronounced Buchanan, right?
Yep, Buchanan.
Okay. Neil Buchanan had to put a post on his website which read, Neil Buchanan is not Banksy. They said they've been inundated with inquiries over the weekend regarding the current social media story. And it says, unfortunately, this website does not have the infrastructure to answer all those questions, but we can confirm that there is no truth in the rumor. So he's saying, I'm not Banksy.
How deep were you in the internet this weekend?
Very deep, because there's something else you need to know about Neil Buchanan. Though he is not, allegedly, Banksy, he was, however, in a heavy metal band in like the 80s.
Wow.
They're called Marseille, yes.
It's a French city.
Oops. So, Neil from Art Attack is not Banksy, but that is exactly something that Banksy would want you to think.
Cool,
Wow.
TJ.
Yeah. Moving on. For the first time in its 31-year history, a woman is set to head Canada's space agency, which is really awesome.
Love that.
The government announced Thursday that the longtime public servant, Lisa Campbell, will take over as the head of the agency. She spent the last 2 years as a senior executive for Veteran Affairs Canada, and she's done a whole bunch of other stuff within the government. And now she's going to send me to space so I can play Uno with aliens.
There you
I'm
go.
sure that's her first priority, Darren.
Absolutely.
By the way, did you hear the space station has like a leak in it? And is that not your biggest fear ever?
Hey, guys.
The U.S. space station, they can't find it either. They're like, it keeps leaking oxygen. We just don't know where the hole is.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you know how space vacuums work. That's going to work out real well for everyone.
Yeah, it's going to go good.
Don't make this scary. I don't want that.
Oh, it's scary.
Don't. No.
It's not scary for us.
Yeah,
No,
but
I just want
scary for them.
astrology, not this, okay?
That's what's trending up, TJ.
So a couple songs from right now. It's code word time. Keyword time, excuse me. It's got very important that I tell you it's a keyword.
Safe word.
Now, I don't know if it's one of those, but what I will tell you is that it will get you a step closer to $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt. All you'll have to do is text that word in.
Will also get me to loosen the handcuffs.
There you go.
TJ.
It's 99.9 Virgin Radio with The Weekend.
99.9 Virgin Radio.
What is the number one thing you've been lied to on dating apps about?
Ooh. Height, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, are people saying they're taller than they
Yeah,
are?
like tell me more about that.
Because I can see guys doing that,
Yeah.
but you date women, so I've never seen women lie about their height.
Maybe it was just me. Maybe.
TJ didn't know what to
Did you
say.
lie about
so
your
I think he
height?
just went with the
No. I'm 6 feet. No, I went out with a girl once, and she said she was like 5'1", and then we went out, and she's like, I'm actually like a little bit under 5 feet. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'm like, I'm 6 feet, and she goes, no, you're not. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm 5'11" and 3/4.
Yeah.
Did we both lie to each other? Is this where we're at?
I run into to women that just love to lie about their like hobbies and interests. Yeah, like, and I've done this too. Like, I've said I'm a runner before.
Shut
like, I'm
up.
not running
No
anywhere.
way.
But I've
Who are you? Come on.
Like, who are you running from? I went on a date with a girl one time, and like in her Bumble profile, it was like avid runner, and she's like, I've never ran, and I was like, okay, well, you're really pretty, so let's keep chatting.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that point.
But don't lie. Just don't lie.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. So, one of the things, there's an ex-adult star named Sasha Grey, and she's got her own little show on the internet, and she said they went through all of the kind of the lists and stuff, and the one that came up as the most was your level of success.
Really?
As in, people are like, yeah, I'm like everybody likes to say they're a CEO.
Oh yeah.
If you're the CEO of a company that employs one person and that's you, then yes,
Lady
you are the
boss.
CEO. But,
I'm a lady boss.
and not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's a lot of people
Girl boss,
claiming to be
yeah.
a lot more successful than they really are.
That's why you just put emojis. That's it. In your bio. That's it. That's all. They can figure it out. If it's
I don't
worth a
think
day,
that's that. I don't
not a
think that's
thing.
how that works. No.
Really? Success?
Coming in second. Age and weight, which tied for second.
Okay.
Do you
no.
put your weight
don't
in your
even
profile?
ask it. Yeah. No, you don't
put
put your
the-
weight.
I put my
age-
weight. Yeah, I put it like it's like a wrestling profile.
No, it's
I
not.
put my
TJ,
reach in there
stop it.
too.
No, it's not.
People got to know.
The long wings.
And Jack, so you did lie about something on your dating profile. You said that you were a runner. 43%
No, I
of
mean,
said.
when I was getting like into relationships, I've lied about that. But I have run into somebody who said in their profile that they were an avid runner and they didn't run at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. TJ, what have you lied about?
I've also lied about my hobbies and interests to make it sound
Okay,
like I
no, go
actually
on.
like
Please.
leaving my apartment and stuff.
What did you say?
I would be like, oh, I like to get out and explore the city. I like adventures. I
If
don't.
you literally put "I like to get out and explore the city" in
Yeah.
your profile,
Yeah.
okay.
What's wrong with that? Then people will be like, oh, I should show them the city.
Well, that, you know
It's
what?
something he likes, clearly.
That man needs to be shown the city, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Okay, so
Have
I'm,
you
I'm-
lied yet?
I'm brand new at this, so not really. I don't think I've had enough of a. It's okay. Full disclosure, I put all my apps on pause because I got into it for like a month and I was like, oh.
And then you
this
met a cool
sucks.
gal.
Well, yeah, but like I think more than that, it's sort of like this sucks.
Yeah, it does
and I
suck.
hate this so much.
It's also like like a TJ, it's exhausting, right? Like back when
exhausting.
you were on it.
It's fun at first,
Yeah.
and then for like 3 days, it's fun, and then you don't get any matches, and you're like, "Is my app broken?" And then it's
Oh,
not fun.
sweetheart.
And then it's fun again.
I'm deactivating snooze mode on my Bumble.
Wait, can I read your? Can I
Sure,
read
you
your
can read
bio?
it. Yeah,
Pass me
read
your
it.
phone. Pass me
Read
your
it,
phone.
read
I
it.
want to read your
Yeah.
bio. Pass me the phone.
So I made a really bad joke off the top.
You're not 6'5".
All right, Jax, go ahead and read it.
Okay.
So, Bumble profile.
Adam, 32. You know, just like to live, laugh, love with a puke emoji because
Yeah.
he's being sarcastic.
Because I'm
He's
being
wild.
funny, because I'm a funny guy.
Seriously, though. Fun guy. That's true.
Yeah.
Single dad. That's true. 2 dogs. Usually in a good mood. Very true.
Very true.
Little dog is not mine. The bigger one on my shoulders is.
Because
Adam, this
Reggie,
is really, oh,
Reggie,
you have my
Jax's
dog in there.
dog is in my profile.
Adam, are you using my dog in your
Did
Bumble
we
Yes,
make?
I am.
Did we make his profile? Are we on?
I
there?
don't think you did.
Also, I
Oh
have
my
a
God, you
note.
look so cute.
I have
God,
a-
I love it.
I have a note for your profile.
Okay.
Lose the live, laugh, love line.
Really?
Yeah, I think sarcasm comes off as snooty.
No
in a
kidding.
profile, and I think it gives off a bad vibe.
Really?
Even with the puke emoji?
Yeah, I don't like it.
People that I have met, or people that I've swiped with, have actually commented on that in a positive way.
Live, laugh, love to you.
That's how good I was.
You got me some type of.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
I think we can all agree there are cultural landmarks in the city we cannot lose.
Yes.
We cannot lose these things. And sometimes they're not under threat at all and they're protected, and that's great. And then other times they're going to be completely demoed and renovated and made into condos. And this city has gone through this before. Apparently we had, like, the original Cabbage Town
Yeah.
is actually what Regent Park is.
Yeah.
So they demolished a bunch of old homes and then built Regent Park, and then they demolished Regent Park and have rebuilt Regent
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, wow.
And so basically what they realized, though, when they were doing this in the 70s and 80s is that they're like, oh, we lost all of the things that were here before that tied us to the past, and that's a bit of a problem, right? Now, Sneaky Dees, 30 years this restaurant's been around. Some of the best eggs Benny in the city, by the way. I know everybody talks about the nachos. Go there for breakfast. Amazing. Great music venue upstairs. Great food. Awesome to eat at 2 a.m.
Best bathroom.
Yeah.
It's just, well, yeah, it's just like it's full of graffiti and it just smells terrible, but I love it.
So, and everybody loves Sneaks, but apparently it's going to be, at least the proposals before the government, they're going to knock down the building.
For what?
13-story condo
Like,
building.
stop it.
I mean, listen, we do need more places to live, but there are parking lots we can do this on, right?
Yeah.
We don't really need to do this on Sneakies.
Like, come on.
So I wanted to put together a list, along with Jackson TJ, with you, of what landmarks we must hang on to. We got to protect, because apparently this has sped up the Kensington Market protection.
Yeah.
Which would have been my first choice. Like, you can't mess with Kensington
No,
Market.
of course.
Leave it, leave it, leave it.
Integral, yeah.
So
you
apparently
have to keep it.
they're actually going to put an ordinance in that you cannot touch Kensington Market. So
Awesome.
that's my choice.
Go. Okay.
But TJ,
The Bovine Sex Club.
Really?
Leave it alone. I've had some pretty blurry evenings there.
Yeah.
I like the lights that hung from the ceiling, and then you feel like you're gonna hit them, and then you don't remember how you leave. And that's what I like about Bovine
no
Sex
one
Club.
remembers leaving the Bovine Sex Club. You're right. That's a good point.
Every story always goes, yeah, we went to Bovine, and then I'm
here
blurry.
today.
Yeah, and now we're at breakfast.
Jax, what about you?
Well, my the first one would be Bellwoods, but I think they're protected by like park.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
So cruising damn tangos, man. Cruising tangos in the village. And as we know, a few months ago, they're kind of up and down and all over the place because a condo developer wants to open up, or wants to build over cruising tangos, which if you're not familiar is absolutely like essential queer space in the village. It's one of the only ones left as well, and it's very important for dancing and drag. But they wanted to build a condo development over it, but hopefully we're protected for now. But just leave it.
Cruising Tangos was one of the first too, right?
Yeah, it was
that's the thing. So
we lost Zippers, we lost all these places. Just leave Cruising Tangos alone.
Absolutely. So
Hands are going.
So we're throwing this together. We've got Kensington Market, we've got Bovine Sex Club, and we got Cruising Tangos.
Hell yeah.
What do we need to add to this that we got to hang on to in the city? Because every block is going to be redeveloped into condos if they can let them. So if you were to hang on to something, what would it be? Like maybe it's the McDonald's at Queen and Spadina. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a landmark for sure. A historical landmark.
It is. There's a lot of history there.
Oh yes.
A lot of feelings there. Hey? Yeah.
None of it good.
Yeah, but listen, I still order coffee from there every morning.
You do.
Yep. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Wild DJ and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
It's the GTA You Can't Touch This list. As in, we heard over the weekend that Sneaky Dees is going to be probably redeveloped into a 13-story condo building, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Huge bummer. And we lose things like this all the time. How many clubs we've lost, how many music venues we've lost in the last 10 years just because of condo developments.
Deads?
And they never bring back the actual stages and that sort of thing too. So for the local music scene, it's been really hard. Yeah. And this goes more beyond Toronto. Like this is happening everywhere in the GTHA. So what do we need to hang on to? What do we need to protect? We're putting the list together. TJ, text messages.
Text from the 416 from Leah, Liberty Village. It should be left alone as a monument to new couples with French bulldogs.
It already is a condo development.
No, but leave it alone.
That's true. It's a cultural landmark. If you are in your mid to late 20s and reasonably successful, you too can be a part of the Liberty Village family.
Lay roses at the Metro door. Stop it.
Another one from the 416. The dog fountain in Bursey Park. Do you guys know the dog fountain?
Yeah, right
they
downtown.
just built that.
Yeah.
They're not going to redevelop that.
They're going to leave that alone forever.
I'm sure they will.
Where are you getting these texts from? Get out of here.
From the 905, the Princess of Wales Theatre for sure.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cammie in the 289 says, the St. Lawrence Market. Who doesn't love walking in there on a Saturday, getting a bunch of fresh local food to make for dinner? Plus, if you get the bell, it'll make your week. Do you guys know the story of the bell?
At the St. Lawrence Market?
There's an urban legend that the people at the front, I think they're like the meat counter guys, that if a really attractive person walks into the St. Lawrence Market, they will ring a bell, and it means that you're hot.
Oh.
That's a Toronto urban legend.
I can honestly say I've never got the bell.
Never got the bell.
I don't think I know about the bell because I've never heard it. Okay.
Another one from the 905, Dixie Outlet Mall.
Yes!
Leave it alone, it says.
The old Dixie.
Are they
the old Dixie tricks. I love the Dixie Outlet Mall.
Do you really?
Yes, I find it so much fun.
All right.
Follow-up question. Why?
I don't know. It has good deals.
Right on.
It's off the side of the highway.
Another one from the 416. Cabana Pool Bar.
Oh,
It's a memorial to tight t-shirts and people who skip leg day.
Yeah.
You can't touch that.
The thing about Cabana is that Portland's area is going to be, that was going to be the Google neighborhood until they pulled out.
Oh, true.
But they are going to develop that. So I wonder, like Rebel and all of that.
Yeah.
Eventually that could happen. I wouldn't want that. Even that go-kart course there and the golf, like the driving range.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
Those, by the way, have you ever rented clubs at that driving range on the Portlands?
They're rough.
They're really rough. I used a 7-iron once and it like snapped in half.
Maybe it's because you're so strong,
No, it's
bro.
not.
You're strong at Portland.
Anyway, what do you got any more?
Last one here from the 647, Bloordale Beach. It's a new monument, but it must be left alone.
Yeah. Okay, my West End honeys are coming out here.
Can you please explain what the Bloordale Beach is, James?
Okay, so across from the Dufferin Mall, there's this huge empty parking lot, and it has sand in it. I don't know why, but it's massive, and people in the neighborhood have called it the Bloordale Beach, and there's there's lawn chairs and stuff. I've gone in there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
What a wild
You know what? Listen to me.
I know.
Listen to me.
Describe this to anyone else from any other place in the
It's
village.
a hard time, and people need places to tan.
Ending.
this is what's trending right now.
Mayor John Tory went swimming in his Raptors jacket because why not? And in doing so, the Raptors lost really badly. Is it his fault?
No, it's not his
Has
fault.
to be.
So before Game 5, he put on his famous Raptors coat from last year. You know, the black one with the gold Raptors logos on it.
Yes.
And he said that this is probably his last swim of the year, so he's taking the jacket for a swim to support a big Game 5 for the Raptors, of course, jumping in Lake Ontario. Raps ended up getting absolutely pumped last night, so let's hope he doesn't do it again tomorrow when Game 6 is. And if they lose tomorrow, the season is over. So let's hope he stays away from the jacket.
He
Or at
looks
least doesn't
terrified.
Get
in
it
this
dry
photo.
cleaned and
He
put it
looks
back
terrified.
on. And wear it normally.
Yes.
Just wear it normally.
That's all we wanted. Doug Ford told Brampton to stop the Labor Day parties, and it looks like they just may have. He told the people of the GTA, especially Brampton, to shut down the parties, and that he also wouldn't be afraid to do it himself, which is awesome. He said no to sharing drugs and drinks, saying, quote, "You shouldn't be sharing anything. I don't care if those doobies, joints, or drinks, just don't share them."
Okay.
Simple. As of right now, there doesn't seem to be any stories out of Brampton. So I think they listen.
At what point is he going to stop? You know what I mean?
TJ, as Brampton's deer leader, as we've already established, because there's mayor and then deer leader who's above, and that's appointment for life. So where do you stand on this? Are you proud of your fellow Bramptonians?
I'm proud of my fellow Bramptonians. I still have hope that this remains true. And I'll tell you this for free, Adam. If some stories leak out over the next couple days that there was some parties, dear leader is not going to be thrilled. And I won't say what happens.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to cross the deer leader. Look at how intimidating TJ is. If you don't know what TJ looks like, look him up on Instagram, on air TJ. Scary.
Intimidating.
Scary man.
Yep, with these blue eyes. That'll learn you.
Little soft eyes.
Hey, one more thing you got to worry about for 2020 when you do eventually go traveling is travel shaming. So think about that next time you see cheap flights. There was a story in CNN Travel about a woman from the Boston area named Sarah Archer who said travel shaming gave her a pit in her stomach during her recent travels in Europe. So I guess she went to a bunch of countries that are allowing American visitors, and her boyfriend lives in Switzerland, so she's been staying with him for a few months. And she posted photos on her private Instagram feed and was getting a lot of messages from her friends saying, "I can't believe you're traveling right now. I can't believe that you would feel the need to do this." She's like, "My boyfriend lives here."
Yeah. Also, mind your business on the internet these days.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's not doing what you like, then just leave it.
Here's the great thing is it's not your problem.
You know what? Exactly.
And I know that COVID is everybody's problem, but you can assume that if they're at the airport and they have to follow all the strict, things at the airport, masks on, sanitizer everywhere. It's not like you roll through an airport and it's like a normal airport.
Yeah.
Do you know how locked down Pearson is right now? Like, there's no way that there's going to be, like, to me, it's one of the last places in the world where something's going to happen because there's nobody there and they're extremely, extremely careful about it.
Also, if they aren't following the rules, guess what you can do about it? Nothing. So just let's,
point.
you know what I mean?
Shame them.
Just take care of yourself.
You could shame them on the internet.
It's exhausting.
And it all comes full circle.
Hey, after this, keyword for $100,000.
Virgin Mornings.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Prepare yourself. A Jack's Scream is incoming. A Rihanna documentary is coming to Amazon Prime in 2021.
Hell yeah.
This has been confirmed by director Peter Berg, who said they've been working on it for 4 years, but every time they get close to finishing, she's like, "I'm launching a beauty line," and then there's just more stuff.
Can't count for the queen.
No, you can't. Also says that she's working on new music, so I imagine it would coincide with that. Is Neil from Art Attack actually Banksy? This story was floating around this weekend that the anonymous graffiti artist may in fact be Neil from Art Attack. He put up a statement on his website that reads, "Neil Buchanan is not Banksy," which is exactly what Banksy would say. Now, he may not be Banksy, but some people don't know that Neil from Art Attack was actually in a heavy metal band in the 80s.
How deep did you go into this story?
Not that deep, I already knew this. The band is called Marseille.
Stop dancing, Adam.
He was the guitarist. So, is he Banksy? No. But does he shred? Yes.
Like what? Okay.
For the first time in its 31-year history, a woman is set to head Canada's space agency, which is super cool.
Woo!
The government announced Thursday that longtime public servant Lisa Campbell will take over as the head of the agency. She spent a couple years as the senior executive for veteran affairs in Canada and has done a whole bunch of stuff with other stuff within government. Now her plan is to send me to space so I can play Uno with the aliens.
True.
What does this mean for astrology?
It means it's still Virgo season, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Is it Virgo season?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, nailed it.
Finally listening. Yes.
I think that's Stockholm syndrome. I think I'm just
It might be.
That's what's trending on TJ.
We're out of here.
that was
Robin
good.
is up next. She's going to have a new code word for you at 10 o'clock for $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt. Have a good one.
When I get chills at night.